income is not the only goal or an aspiration of people. When we look at an individual's aspiration and goals, they also have goals like security, respect for other, equal treatment, pollution-free environment, freedom, etc. in mind. Similarly, when we think of a nation or a region, we may, beside average income, think of other equally important aspects, equally important attributes. Now, what could be these attributes be? Hello and welcome children. I am Surya Rakwal and continuing the topic development for class 10th. We will examine this through an example. So the table which is given here shows the per capita income of three states of India, that is Haryana, Kerala and Bihar. Actually these are the figures as per capita net state domestic product at current price for 2015 and 16. Now per capita net state domestic product at current price is a complicated term. We are not going to discuss on this. We will ignore this term. You will study in economics in higher classes. But it simply means, we can take roughly means that it is a per capita income of the state. Now we find that out of these three states, Haryana with a per capita income of 1,62,034 rupees is at the top, whereas out of these three states, Bihar with 31,454 rupees per capita income is at the bottom. Now if per capita income were to be used as measure of development, you all know Haryana will be considered the most developed, whereas Bihar the least developed states of the three. So let us again take another table of same states, Haryana, Kerala and Bihar, but with the different attributes. Like in this table, we have three columns, three attributes. First is the infant mortality rate, second is the literacy rate, then third is the net attendance ratio. Now what is infant mortality rate, that is IMR? It indicates the number of children that die before the age of 1 year as proportion of 1000 live children born in that particular area. Literacy rate, as you all know, measures the proportion of literate population in the 7 and above age groups. That means anybody who is above the age of 7 years, if he can read and write and understand and can do simple arithmetic, we call it a literate person. And the third attribute is net attendance ratio, which is the total number of children of age group 14 and 15 attending school as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group. So if you observe the table, you will find that in Kerala, out of 1000 children born, 10 died before completing 1 year of age. But in Haryana, the proportion of children dying within 1 year of birth was 33 and in Bihar it was 38. On the other hand, the per capita income of Haryana is more than that of Kerala as shown in the table. Now children, just think of how dear you are to your parents. Think of how everyone is so happy when a child is born. And now try to think of parents whose children die before they even celebrate their first birthday. It's really painful for those parents. If you look at the figures again, and you'll find out these figures, these data are not very old, not 70 years old. These data are from 2016. So after 70 years and more after independence, when we are in metro cities and full of high-rise buildings, shopping malls, the infants are dying at a faster rate in India. Now, this problem does not end here, children. This problem does not end here. If you go in the last column in Bihar, you'll see that half of the children aged 14 to 15 in Bihar are not attending schools beyond class 8. You all can imagine that many students of your age are drop out. They are missing the schools. They are not reaching colleges. You know, those who could have been in the schools are not there. If this had happened to you, you would not be able to read what you are reading now. Children, that the average person in Haryana has more income than the average person in Kerala, but lags behind in certain crucial areas. You know, money in your pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that you need to live well. Money cannot buy you peace of mind. Money cannot buy you everything. It can buy some material but cannot buy everything for you what you require. Can money buy a pollution-free environment? No, it cannot. Money even cannot ensure that you get unadulterated medicine unless you can afford to shift to a community that already has all these things. Children, money may also not be able to protect you from infectious disease unless the whole of your community takes preventive steps. Now, even if you whole of your community are taking preventive steps, you are not safe from the coronavirus. You all know. So you have a lot of money with you. You have big bank balance. You are multi-millionaire, but you are still hiding at home. Why? Because money in your pocket is not going to buy you the health you require now, the protection from the infectious disease. Now, children, who who will provide you this? You know that we need hospitals, we need schools, we need colleges, we need roads, we need electricity, we need power supply, we need water for our domestic use as well as for irrigation. Children, we need food security. So for all this, you require what? You require public facilities. Children, public facilities are very important for you to live a life of a comfort, life of a quality. A student asked me a question in the last session that, sir, if average income has its limitation of comparing the development of our different countries, so why should the World Bank take it as one of the attribute or one of the indicator? You know, yes, the level of income is though important, but it is inadequate. We begin to think about other criteria. Now, there can be a long list of such criteria, but then it would not be useful. We need a smaller number of and the most important things. So those most important things are health and education. Apart from per capita income, health and education. So over the past decades or so, health and education became another indicator of the human development. Now, human development report is published by UNDP, which compares countries based on the educational level of people, their health status and per capita income. Now you can see there is a table regarding this, and we have some countries like Sri Lanka, India, Myanmar, Pakistan, Nepal and Bangladesh. These are important countries for us. And here you can have all these figures like gross national income. Then we have a life expectancy, mean years of schooling of people aged 25 and above. And then we have a HDI rank, Human Development Index rank. Now HDI stands for Human Development Index. Out of 109 countries, what is the rank of India? It is 130. Now Sri Lanka is placed at 76 in the world in HDI ranking. India is 130, whereas Myanmar, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh follows India. These are the HDI rank of some of the important countries around India. Children, for better development, we need to use the resources in a better manner. We need to use the resources. And you all know some of the resources are renewable, like groundwater or river, but some of the resources are non-renewable and they will exhaust after some years. So we have a fixed stock on the earth and which that cannot be replenished. So we need to develop in such a manner that the needs of the present generations are met without the sacrifice of the needs of the future generation. So we should develop resources and develop human being with those resources, but also take care of the needs of the future generation which are going to come next. We need to provide them safe environment. We need to provide them stocks of resources like petroleum, like coal, just like we need now. So when we develop in such a manner that we fulfill our needs as well as take care of the needs of the future generation, and that too without harming the environment. So that is called as the sustainability of development. Well, this brings us to the end of this chapter.